people say that when one door closes, another one opens. And I disagree, because sometimes you have to break that door down. This is the most anticipated, exciting, and nerve-wracking thing I think I've ever done, because I'm coming out with lip products.
It is absolutely mortifying.
And welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Blanca, and today's video is very impromptu. I had not scheduled this video whatsoever. In fact, I had actually recorded something else yesterday, but I was scrolling through my Instagram page or feed I should say, and I came across Trend Mood, who just so happened to put up a picture of Jaclyn Hill releasing new lipsticks. So, if you've been a subscriber of mine or even a follower on Instagram, you know that I actually did purchase her lipsticks back in May of 2018, and we all know that was quite the fiasco. It is known as Lipstick Gate on here, and it is probably the worst makeup launch in makeup history. With that in mind, she has still persevered and has released a couple of things in her cosmetic line, and now she is actually releasing a line of, I think, 15 liquid lipsticks and 12 lip liners. So I just want to discuss the promo video for this makeup launch and just the tactics and the manipulations that she is using in order to just sell makeup. Because she is so heavily criticized, I do want to preface this by saying that anything in regards to her weight or her fillers or her appearance will not be tolerated within my comment section. One, it's just not nice to be talking about somebody else's appearance. I mean, we don't like it when other people do that to ourselves, so why are we going to do it to others? And then number two, this is just another way for her to victimize herself when people do criticize her weight and her appearance in order to garner more sales, to sell her makeup, and just present herself as the victim to her subscribers and her diehard fans. As previously mentioned, she is releasing 15 liquid lipsticks, each for $20, and then her lip liners, she's releasing 12 of those for $18 each. I did see in Trend Mood's comment section that a lot of people were commenting that the price range they thought was too expensive. I mean, compared to other brands like Christian Dominique, both I believe her liquid lipsticks and her lip liners are for $18. However, I think where people are coming from when they comment that her prices are too expensive is the fact that she hasn't had enough launches or hasn't even built a good enough reputation in order to have those price ranges of $18 or $20 for a product. I even had a few say that you were interested in the shade range that she has, because not going to lie, it looks like she has a good amount and the shades are really pretty, and most of you did say that you did love the formula, and I'm not gonna lie, I did like the formula from her previous launch, but I did have contaminants in my lipstick, and then just her response to the entire thing, it left a lot to be desired. With that said, let's move on into the video, which I have a lot of opinions on that. I did see the promo video. It is a minute long, and I don't believe that she went this hard and did this much for her previous launches. If I do recall correctly, I don't think that they had a promo video for the highlighters, the blushes, or the mystery box. But yeah, just looking at it, I got a lot of girl boss vibes and boss babes, very MLM, and we all know how we feel about that on my channel, at least. She just really tried to portray herself as somebody who, you know, is kind of going on this redemption arc. What rubbed me the wrong way was the fact that there was no accountability whatsoever within her video. She was just presenting herself like she's some sort of phoenix rising up from the ashes and just knocking down every single adversity that came her way, every obstacle, every door. But as I mentioned, she really didn't explain what happened with her lipsticks, what went wrong. She fell off the face of the earth, didn't really show up on Instagram or YouTube. I mean, she rarely posts on her channel anymore, but she just didn't show up anywhere. And then it took a couple of days, if not weeks, to get a proper response. And when you're a CEO and the face of a company, that looks horrible on you. Horrible. What I found funny about her promo video was that she had several shots of herself walking down the hallways, what could be presumed as either the office building or the lab that she has her products being made, with a Givenchy bag and some heels. And it just really brought me back to her video where she was explaining what went wrong with her lipsticks, that her idea of a boss or a CEO was of somebody just slapping on some Louis Vuitton heels, grabbing a bag, and then just, you know, taking pictures, and then that was pretty much it.
Everybody wants to be the boss. My whole life I always wanted to be the boss. I was just like, oh my god, can you imagine like being the boss, like being a manager? And like once it actually happens, you're just like, okay, this is not what I wanted. You know, it's like not like wearing Christian Louboutin heels every single day and Valentino marching to the office just being like, yes, I run shit. It's a lot. It's aggressive, and I definitely was not prepared, and I definitely was very ignorant.
Nothing about meetings, meeting up with companies or with clients, coming up with new products or new ideas. So it basically came full circle to me, just because she back then was explaining that for her, a CEO was more of a appearance. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, at least from her promo video, that it was more of just the appearance of being a CEO rather than the work that comes with being in that position and also being the face of your brand. Her launches in and of itself have been relatively weird. I mean, she did have quite a success with the highlighters, but they were supposedly limited edition and they were there forever, what it seems like. So, you know, that's one of the tactics that she uses a lot, is that this is a limited edition. You will never ever be able to get it again. I mean, it's not just her. There's other brand and makeup companies that do this. But specifically for her, she just said that this was a limited edition. You're never going to get it. And that's just another way for her to just rush sales and get them to be sold out within a couple of minutes. Then you have the blush duos that Samantha Ravindall got dragged for no reason.
Let me preface this with saying, at the best of times, I never enjoyed reviewing anything that Jaclyn has launched. Not because of any feelings towards Jaclyn specifically, but just because if you like something that Jaclyn launches, you are like a scumbag suck-up. If you don't like something that Jaclyn launches, you're like a petty hater. I posted this photo of like swatches of those 4 bronzers from the 4 different palettes and the 4 blushes from the 4 different palettes side by side on Twitter. Everyone was calling me a petty bitch. Not everyone, but it's just like, the thing is, here's the truth of the matter. I am fucking petty, but this is not the instance where I'm trying to be petty.
Just because she was showing the swatches on her hand and saying that there wasn't really much of a range within the shade tones, and I do have to agree, they looked pretty similar to me and probably wouldn't work on somebody that was a lot darker than I am. But because, as I've mentioned earlier, she gets heavily criticized for everything, even when there's a valid criticism of her product or just in general, everybody takes that as like we're trying to bash Jaclyn or that we're trying to tear her down and bring her down, when it's actually a valid point. Usually when a company has a mystery box, it's usually the bottom of the barrel of their products or things that didn't really sell that well within their makeup line. But in particular with Jaclyn, she doesn't have enough products to have a mystery box. She only had, before this launch, the highlighters, and I think it was like the blush and contour or whatever. So she didn't really have enough products to have one. And then obviously mystery boxes don't have the best reputation. So they're just very weird launches in my opinion. And here's the thing with Jaclyn Hill. She's been canceled so many times that at this point I think it doesn't even faze her anymore. And in reality, she hasn't really been canceled at all, because she still has her makeup line, she still has her YouTube channel, she is still on Instagram, one of the most prominent faces within the makeup beauty guru sphere. So she's still making money. It's not like she's struggling to get a job opportunity or anything like that. And on top of it, she is also going to have her makeup line in Ulta, which in and of itself is also another controversy, just because a lot of people feel that there are other brands or indie brands that would be more qualified, or I guess deserve the opportunity to be at Ulta, but because now Jaclyn Hill is going to be there, it just really strips those companies or those indie brands from that. So Sarah Jo Makeup is another YouTuber on here, and she did a phenomenal video on Jaclyn Hill and where she dissects her tactics and the manipulation that she uses. I will put up the video in the iCards and I will insert a couple of clips.
Poignant examples of the different methods she's using to get her goal, obtain her objective.
Because let's get real, I have not connected with you guys in so long, like as an actual like friendship connection.
So she starts very, very early on in the video with trying to establish a personal connection. She's trying to make you feel like she is talking to you, the individual, not you, the mass of people watching this video once she edits and uploads this, when she's actually just talking to a camera like I am right now, where she is not having a one-on-one conversation with anyone at any point in this video. Her video has over 2 million views. That's not a one-on-one. She doesn't know you, the human being watching this. But still, the first tactic is establishing that personal connection, because then you, the viewer, you feel like, hey, we're friends. We have this relationship. She may not know me personally, but I mean, I'm her fan. Doesn't she kind of know me though? I feel invested and like I'm friends with this person.
These people are so two-faced and I'm not about that.
The next tactic I want to talk about is how she is distancing herself from fake people, talking about how she doesn't like that, she's not like that, because if you look at her obstacle, her reputation is kind of for being pretty fake.
Jaclyn is problematic in many other ways. She wore a canceled Halloween dress for Halloween. I think it was like maybe a few months or a year after the fact of the whole entire lipstick gate, and that just left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth because it just made her seem petty and definitely just making light of the situation when it was a huge deal, just what happened, and then the way that she responded to the entire thing. She's the CEO of a brand, she's the face of her brand. And so for her to wear a dress like that to make things light of everything, it just really made her look terrible. And of course, she wasn't really canceled anyway, so why would she wear a dress saying that she was canceled when in fact, as I've stated previously, she is still here making money as if nothing really happened. In her promo video, she talks about adversity, knocking down the door when it closes, and what I found to be most problematic was when she said owning up to your mistakes.
So I say, own your mistakes, own who you are, and be outspoken.
But you didn't, Jaclyn. You didn't own up to anything, in fact. You left for God knows how long. You disappeared off the face of the earth, didn't address anything. You were so late in addressing things and you never gave a proper explanation as to what happened. So how is that owning up to your mistakes? I would find it more inspirational, because that's what she's trying to be in this promo video. I feel like inspirational. She's talking about how she wants to inspire her nieces to never give up on their dreams, and that's okay, but I would find it even more inspirational if she owned up to her actual mistakes and said, okay, this is where I went wrong, this is what happened, this is what failed for me, and now I'm here and I'm owning up to everything and I want to do things better. That would be a way to go about things. You know, then I would actually be able to accept her redemption arc. But that's what she's trying to have. She's trying to have a redemption arc without acknowledging her mistakes and just kind of, you know, want to erase it, which is something that she actually mentioned in her YouTube video where she was displaying the lip liners and the liquid lipsticks. She said, I want to, something along the effects of, I just want to erase that, just make sure that it never happened.
Again, you know, it's like I had a moment where I was like, I'm ignoring the lipsticks, I'm not gonna make it never happened. Like, I wish I could just literally delete that time of my life. Like be on Twitter and delete a tweet. Like, it never happened, right? But it did happen, and the only way that I could overcome it is by doing this.
But it did happen, Jaclyn, and you never spoke about it and you never addressed it. That is it for today's video. Hopefully Logan's baby noises weren't too distracting throughout the entire video. Let me know down in the comments section below, what are your thoughts and opinions on Jaclyn Hill's promo video, her liquid lipsticks. Are you going to purchase it? Are you not going to purchase it? Let me know in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!
If I'm the bad one